Hey guys, so we're going to talk about something that doesn't get talked about a lot. I mean, there's information out there and there's a few videos, but I certainly haven't talked about this a lot, and it's a surprise because I went through this. It's getting anxiety or anxiety symptoms or feeling anxious or having an anxiety attack or panic attack whenever you are overwhelmed with joy. When you have happiness, especially excitement, or even things like arousal. I struggled with these things, and I think it's because a lot of us obviously understand, like, if we get really angry or mad, it can trigger anxiety or an anxiety attack or panic attack. We basically, negative emotion and negativity is what we associate with anxiety, right? And that's true. But on the opposite side, right? The opposite side of sadness and anger and all that, the emotion of feeling happy, right? Or having the sensation of feeling excited, or even, again, feeling aroused, can bring on a lot of these symptoms. And of course, the body doesn't know the difference. And we have this issue with already being a symptom-focused person. So you would feel these things most likely to some degree if you're excited or overwhelmed with joy or happiness. Oh my God, this baby's so cute, or this puppy's so cute, and makes your heart flutter, or you get those butterflies in your stomach and your heart rate goes up a little bit, your vitals go up a little bit, your nervous system becomes a little extra stimulated, more overactive. On a physical level, our body goes through changes, but when you've had anxiety for a long time, you have this habit of focusing in and noticing these changes far more than your average person that obviously doesn't struggle with anxiety disorder. So when you get overwhelmed, or you see that text message that says your tax refund's on the way, or you find the woman or the man of your dreams, right? They fall right in your lap, or you get some great news, right? Or you got the job or something like that. You start to feel these sensations come on, and if you don't act correctly, right? And when I say correctly, if you don't respond the right way, if you don't respond quick enough, they can then escalate to a panic attack or further anxiety symptoms, because then the trembling or the little bits of energy that you get from your nervous system being overstimulated can turn into full-on tremors. Your heart that was beating a little bit extra fast because of the excitement can now race off, and you're at 160 beats per minute. Your blood pressure that got a little elevated is now like pushing 170 over 110. And it can turn into a full-blown panic attack. But I just want you guys to know, if you're going through this, it's totally normal. But another issue that we run into is that we stop wanting to be in these situations where we get excited. There's also another aspect that I don't want to leave out of this video before I go on to give you something that can help you with this situation. There's also people out there, in combination with having an overactive nervous system, a sensitive nervous system, you're hypersensitive and hyper-aware, hyper-focused. You also, when you feel joy or happiness, you feel like something bad is going to happen as a result, like almost as if you don't deserve it, right? Or you just had so many bad things happen that if something good happens in your life, it's a bad omen or it's a bad sign. Like, oh my God, I closed the sale and, I got an extra $2,000 and I can put this away. Oh my God, this means I'm going to become bankrupt, right? This woman of my dreams fell in my lap. We met, we kicked it off. We had our first date. It was great. I felt all these things. It felt amazing. Oh my God, I'm going to fumble this and mess it up and I'm going to lose her. Same thing with the man or whatever. You basically respond with your usual catastrophizing. So our catastrophizing comes in. We feel like we don't deserve it, or we just feel it's a bad sign, or something horrible is going to happen as a result of us getting some joy, because we're just not used to getting joy or happiness or anything good really happening in our life if we've been dealing with severe anxiety for a long time. So there's that aspect too. And of course, if you're already dealing with that, then I'm sure also at the same time you're dealing with the overactive nervous system, which I think most people in this situation are solely dealing with. You just feel these symptoms so much more. You're more sensitive to these sensations, and then we escalate the situation. So something that I had to do, I had to very, very quickly tell myself in that moment that what I'm feeling is normal. Happiness, joy, excitement, or arousal, okay? This is normal for this situation. I just have an issue with being very hyper aware, very symptom focused. I feel these things so much more than other people can possibly feel them. I have an overactive nervous system, so whenever I do feel these sensations, it doesn't take much of a negative thought or what's this or what's that to kick it into high gear. And you have to have that conversation with your subconscious very, very quickly, because if you don't, it'll escalate, right? We usually don't respond the right way, so we respond in fear, like, what's this, why me, this is good news, I don't even want anything good to happen anymore, I don't want to get excited anymore, I just want to basically just stay in this middle ground where I just kind of feel numb, I don't have too much negativity or anger, but I don't have a lot of excitement. You have to respond very, very quickly within a few seconds and let yourself, your subconscious, know that what you are feeling is normal. You just feel it a little bit more than the average person. And then you need to reinforce the good news that you got, or that this is great that I'm getting good news, or this is great that I'm in a better financial place. It's great that we're getting this job, right? It's great that I met this person. And then on the back end of that, reinforce the reasons why. You know what I mean? Or it doesn't have to go the way that I think it's going to go. It doesn't mean that something horrible is going to happen. I got an issue with catastrophizing. No, this could be really good for me. This relationship, or, this increase in finances, or this lifestyle change, or this job change, right? Anything, any good news. This is a good thing. This is a great thing. I'm feeling symptoms of joy and excitement. You have to just remind yourself in that moment, of what's going on, and give it context, give it safety, and act very fast. If you want more help with your anxiety, check out my course, Elite Anxiety Bootcamp, down below in the description and in the first pinned comment. It's helping so many people. I want you to be involved. I'm going to read a review to you real quick. Melody Smith says, the best course I've ever taken. I've been suffering from severe anxiety for 3+ years since my first brain surgery. Thank you so much, Trey, for taking the time and hardworking energy to help those in need. Guys, if you want more help, check that out. Super affordable. Did that on purpose because I want it to be able to help so many people out there. There's a lot of expensive programs out there. This one is affordable and effective, okay? You've been seeing the reviews. Check it out. It's my step-by-step process on how I got out of panic disorder, health anxiety, and generalized anxiety disorder. There's also links down there for online therapy. There's some Facebook groups, some other resources. Guys, I love you all, and until next time, keep fighting.